There's a lot of news about WWE 2K24 that has been sort of secretly dropping over the past month. If you haven't checked out, the release date is usually around March. WWE 2K23 came out March 14th, which I'm assuming WWE 2K24 is going to be around the same date. This year, it's probably going to be a little later considering we have 5 Fridays in March this year. We're going to be seeing a release date close to around the end, I would say. Probably around March 18th to 20th, if I would have to guess. A lot of news circulating too is who could possibly be the cover star. Well, before the passing of Bray Wyatt, everybody was almost for sure that it was going to be Cody Rhodes going to be the star of this year's WWE 2K cover. But I have another idea as well. We could possibly be seeing the likes of Rhea Ripley or even Dominic Mysterio, considering how over they are in WWE. Another possible cover star before he went to AEW was likely to be Edge, considering we could have gotten an Edge showcase, but I don't see that happening this year, considering when WWE 2K22 came out, all the releases happened and a lot of people were removed from the game very last minute. Bray Wyatt even being one of them, and he was considered to be in the MyRise story. If you would have played through, you would have had a Firefly Funhouse episode of the MyRise, and you would have ran into Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss. That didn't happen because of the releases, so we ended up scrapping Bray Wyatt along with many others in WWE 2K22. So I don't think that Edge is going to be making this game. Adam Copeland is all elite, baby. A few other people that I just do not expect to make the game: Dolph Ziggler along with Shelton Benjamin and all the other releases that got released earlier this last month. I just don't see them making the game because last time for WWE 2K22, none of those cuts ended up making it into the game, and they weren't even signed to All Elite Wrestling. So now that Edge is signed to All Elite Wrestling, I really do not see a showcase for his future as a franchise player. If we're lucky, WWE locked down a video game deal with Edge right before he ended up signing over to All Elite Wrestling, but I wouldn't bank on it. I don't think that we're seeing Edge in this year's game. But the other possibilities of a couple other names might be coming into WWE 2K24. Considering CM Punk got fired earlier this year, there's rumors that CM Punk is currently working on a deal with WWE. It's not confirmed, and it's not confirmed that we'll be seeing him at Survivor Series in Chicago either. But there could be a chance that he signs some sort of Legends deal that puts him in to WWE 2K24. How great would it be to see CM Punk make his return in the 2K franchise? Let me know in those comments. Another possibility of a star coming to WWE 2K24 is the brand new signee of WWE, and that is Jade Cargill. I definitely see Jade Cargill making her way into the 2K franchise. They're scanning people now. They're in the works right now when it comes to WWE 2K24. We've seen a few superstars make the final cuts right before the release of WWE 2K23, one being Bray Wyatt in the new Wyatt pack that we got, as well as a few others that we were added very last minute when Triple H brought them back into the company. So I do not think that it's that far off that we get a Jade Cargill in WWE 2K24. This I'm excited about considering Fight Forever came out. That was her first video game, and then mere months later, we're going to be seeing Jade Cargill in WWE 2K24. Let me know how excited you are in the comments. On my last video, we talked about modes that could possibly be leaving the franchise. Here's the bad news: nothing is leaving the franchise. Although I do not agree with MyFaction and the way they do things, MyFaction seems to be here to stay when it comes to the 2K franchise. I am not as excited as some. I know there is a small community, or maybe even a large community out there that love and enjoy MyFaction. But MyFaction needs to change, and here's how it needs to change for the better. There just needs to be incentive in this game mode to play. I am not enjoying the fact that we are locking superstars behind this mode as exclusives. There needs to be a way with MyFaction next year if you're going to have people grind this mode and unlock features within the game and in-game models, attires, whatever it is you're grinding, there needs to be more incentive into the game rather than just unlocking cards and unlocking models that are just locked inside of MyFaction mode. I love that you can unlock these models. I don't love that you are stuck behind one mode playing them. If I'm going to unlock Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, I should unlock that throughout the entire game. And it should come with his music. It should come with everything. As we've seen with the stunning Steve Austin, we got some generic music, generic Titantrons. We've gotten generic everything. If you're going to put models into the game and you're going to make me grind for them in MyFaction mode, you're going to need to do this in a way that makes it worth it. I don't want to grind for a model that I'm just getting the model and I'm not getting the music or anything else like that. I need to get the full package when I'm grinding for this model, and when I grind and I unlock the model, this model should be unlocked throughout the entire game. Same goes for MyRise. I don't like the fact that I have to pay for an accelerator and then still go through every single mode to unlock things. Don't get me wrong, I'm all about the grind. I like grinding the game, and even without the accelerator or even having the accelerator to unlock everything, I'm still going to play every single mode within this game. But it's still nice to pop on the game, unlock my accelerator, and unlock every single thing in the game to where I can get to my creations, I can get to my superstars, I can get to my attires, I can get to my movesets, you name it. I should be able to get it if I paid for that accelerator. Cody Rhodes' music. A lot of people were talking about Cody Rhodes' music and that being an issue in WWE 2K24. The problem is this was not on 2K or Visual Concepts. This was a Cody Rhodes thing in general. It is referenced in the Brian Williams interview that I had a few months back. Go back and check out that interview and see some of the details that he was talking about when it came to WWE 2K23 and 24. When WWE 2K24 drops, I expect WWE 2K24 to come correct. What I mean by that is giving us the D-Generation X music, the D-Generation X entrance, all that stuff, and stop limiting it. Stop limiting my features when it comes to creation. If I want to use Cody Rhodes' music for something else, I should be able to do that. I know that this is a frustration throughout the 2K community, but this should be fixed in WWE 2K24, and I'm expecting just as much. Even if I can't use Cody Rhodes' music when it comes to putting it on another superstar, that's fine. I'm okay with it. But the fact that I can't change Cody Rhodes' attire or even change his entrance, they gave me two options this year to have two different Cody Rhodes' entrances. Even if I change that entrance motion, the music is locked and I just cannot stand that they did this. I'm not changing it through another wrestler, so Cody Rhodes still gets his music. I'm not changing the attire to another wrestler, so Cody Rhodes still gets his music. I feel like this needs to not be limited through what you do with Cody Rhodes on the game. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand a lot of people do mods and a lot of things can happen if you were to unlock this feature, but as of now, I'm thinking that you should at least unlimit Cody Rhodes from the creation suite. Let me change his attire. I got really sick of just using his one attire in the game because I wasn't able to change anything without losing the music. This is a huge problem with WWE 2K, and I hope this gets fixed in WWE 2K24. As far as the MyRise, I understand a lot of people are trying to get WWE 2K in my comments to go back to a Road to WrestleMania style My Career mode or anything else other than the MyRise. It's about 50-50 in my comments, if I'm being honest. There's a lot of people that enjoy MyRise. I am one of those guys. The problem with bringing back a Road to WrestleMania is the guy who created it, Justin Leeper, is the guy that made Road to Elite and Fight Forever. If Brian Williams or somebody from the 2K team can bring Justin Leeper back on board to create a Road to WrestleMania, I'm all for it. Me personally, I'm digging what they're doing with MyRise. I just think that nothing should be locked in the process. As far as 40 years of WrestleMania goes, there is still a chance that we get this within WWE 2K24. The only thing that makes me doubt it is that we haven't hit the 40th year of WrestleMania yet. And what do I mean by that? We don't have the entrance unlocked. We don't have the arena unlocked. We don't have anything from WrestleMania 40 yet. So by the time this game comes out, we're still technically in 39 years of WrestleMania. Do I expect them to do a 40 years of WrestleMania this year? I really don't. I think that 40 years of WrestleMania is coming in WWE 2K25, but this year we're probably still going to get a showcase mode, and I'm hoping that that showcase either has to do with Bray Wyatt or maybe even The Undertaker or somebody different besides John Cena and Rey Mysterio. Though I love the idea of having 40 different John Cenas and 40 different Rey Mysterios, I would really much rather have this limited down to about 4 of these game models and give me just alternate attires for these guys. I feel like it takes up a lot more game space to throw extra models into the game, though I dig it because there is entrance music and Titantrons and everything that goes along with it. I feel like there's gotta be a way to incorporate some Titantrons, some new music within your attires. You should be able to have this in the creation suite to where you don't have to have all these extra models just to get a different Titantron or a different entrance music. I think that they should really figure this out when it comes down to the game, because I feel like we would save a lot of game space by saving some of these models. And when you're scrolling through a lot of the wrestlers on the game, I don't want to scroll through 40 different Undertakers or 40 different John Cenas. You get the point. Who do you guys want to see show up in the showcase mode? Because showcase is probably what's going to happen again this year. Even though I'm not a huge fan of it, there are a lot of people that enjoy the showcase mode. So let me know in the comments who you expect to see in the showcase mode. Me personally, I'm really hoping to see Bray Wyatt. And if you want to see another video of me taking my frustrations out on MyFaction, you should probably check this video out because it's a hoot. Take it easy.